Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Yeah. It took some time to come back. We had a big challenge in our life, and fortunately, or by God's grace, we are back, and we hope to share what happened, not only this time, but maybe in the course of this webinar that we are conducting. It is going to take a new phase, a new turn of events after some realities, after some realities in our life. And we don't know why God sent us this interesting events, but I think He has His purpose, and I hope that I will be able to share first hand hand how to handle something that who does not fear sickness. But it is something to me kind of direction that God is giving me and maybe all of us. No. Okay, the title of the is sharing pains without. I got an announcement in my. No. Okay. Okay. Let's. If video is paused due to the problems on your network, let me check my network. Okay, I'll change network. Sandali baka. Is this better? Hello? Okay, I am experiencing some problems here. Okay. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to present something that is part of, it has been part of the emergencies that I have since last August. No? And things are, by God's grace, it is what it is at the moment you see. And we hope it will be also better in the future. Okay, I'm going to share something. There's some some slides. Entire screen, share. Okay. Okay, you have it on your screen. Sharing pains without pain. Something. Just sharing my emergencies. Yes, the last since August up to, especially the month of August was interesting period in our life, and I want to share because I think God has something about it. All right. I just like this symbol. That means whatever happens to me, and no, just sharing and getting support from everybody, and that is what I experienced in this last 2 months. Terrific support from people around, and thank you very much. Okay, the pains. The pains. Yeah, you have TORP and TORP BT, then biopsy, then the bone scan result. Okay, what is the TORP and TORP BT? I had undergone two procedures. The TORP is about the prostate, and the TORP BT is about the tumor on the bladder. So that was my situation last August. The biopsy, um, from the I went to sanitarium, the Bacolod Sanitarium Hospital, run by the Adventist, but terrific people, very kind and caring. And the medical report, it said benign. Okay, benign. However, the bone scan, the bone scan result presented another thing, the possibility of the tumor having spread, something like that. Yeah. So that's the pains. No, I mean, this is what I am facing, and uh, up to now, that's the reality. And we are trying to do something about it. The doctor is managing it, and I am supporting it with a lot of protocols also. Okay. Okay, this is the machine that I went through the bone scan. It looks like that, just to have an idea what it took about from the injection of the nuclear tracer to the actual bone scan. It took about 5 hours in all. After the injection, I waited for 4 hours for the nuclear tracer to run into the blood system, and then the actual scanning took about 1 hour. Yeah, and the machine look like that. Okay, here is the result. No, maybe not so understandable to many of us. Okay, I'll just run through it. The black spots are supposed to be areas of concern. All right. So that means the shoulders, the cervical vertebra, okay, the spine, the pelvic bones, the lumbars area. Okay, so that's the result. Okay, I am identifying some areas where the medical report says. So in the medical report says the 9th, left, and 11th and 12th ribs, costovertebral region. They have some traces of infection. No? All right. And yeah, so this is the costovertebral area looking from the back, more or less where it is. No. Oh, okay. And this is the 7th left rib in front. Meaning those black things that you see are expectedly the areas that some cells, some infection have arrived. All right? No? Yes, 7th left rib. Okay. And then it says also on the lumbar 5, that is the end, the last bone, the lumbar, that is where almost near your tailbone. No. And it says also the right femur. If you take the extreme right, I mean the picture on your left, there is a black spot on the upper part of the thigh. There is a dark period there where I have written lumbar 5 and right femur. That is the right femur. The lumbar 5 is the dark area there. The lower back, lower back, what is this? All right. Anyway, on your right, those are the femur bones, no? That supposed to have been reached already by infection. All right. So the problem is this: it has arrived, it has reached the bones. What to do with it? Right? What to do with it? The bones can be reached by, by the blood through the capillaries. No? And that is what we are trying to work on. How to reach these areas, these black spot areas, no? To counter the action of the metastasis or of the infection. Fortunately, we can reach all of that area through the capillaries. And that is what we are trying to research, to work on, no? To control, to arrest the metastasis or the spreading of the infection. Okay, here is the entire on the report of the bone scan. All right, that's on your right side. That's the document, but I wrote it here on your left. So consider the metastasis, the 7 left rib, then rib 9th left, and the 11, 12 on the costovertebral regions na pakita ko kanina, and then lumbar 5 and the right femur. No? Then they have also reported, I should have added here, they also have reported on my right shoulder and on my knees, they also found similar shade, although they identified it as traces of arthritis. All right. Then, I don't know if you heard of Father Momoy. Father Ephraim Borromeo is OLT. He's a religious priest, a holy one. No? I consulted him. You know, he has a very special gift. He can see the condition of the body organs like more than an X-ray. And he saw more than what the medical authorities identified in my case. The report was only lumbar 5. Father Momoy said lumbar 3 and lumbar 4, the pelvic bones are deteriorating or a density problem. No? And he was even very, he asked me several times about the cervical spine, if I have pains there or not, or no. And okay, what he commented is bone density and bone marrow problem. Okay, so That's something that I have to work on. Okay. No. Um, Next. But I have no pain. I have no pain. No? So here it is. The bone scan reports arthritis in the shoulders and the knees. So those black spot on the shoulders and those black shade on the knees, they kind of identified it as osteoarthritis or something like that. Arthritis. Okay. And I have no pain on those area. Neither in the areas where this very significant dark shades on the spine, on the pelvic bones, on the lumbar, and so on. No? All right. This is what triggered me this afternoon to share this because I am trying to identify why this or guess with scientific base why there is no pain. No? And this is exactly my interest why I am sharing this, because there may be people right now who are suffering a cancer with pain, with pain. And what I have done up to now, and I intensively doing, no, the protocols I continued what I'm doing in the past, no, until I will meet Father Momoy again on the 7th, I think, of this month, no, or the 5th of this month, to see if there is improvement or not. But what I wanted to share, why I said sharing pains without pain. So I have no arthritic pain. Just the same in the spotted areas where it has supposed to have metastasized or reached, or the infection has reached, there is no pain. Where do I attribute it? Okay, this is a guess, but based already on the research that you have been doing for the last 20 years. Okay, the bone scan conclusion and handling even before the operation. So on your left side there, those are the areas that uh, supposed to have been reached by metastasis or by the infection. No? And why there is no pain? Because even before undergoing the procedure, no, because of the arthritis in the past that have been attacking me, I have been consistent in applying there on your right side. The 7th and the left, 9 left and 11, 12 right costovertebral regions. They are the ribs. No? Treated with essence oil. Right now, I added also a spray. But even in the past, I have quite applied that thing around my body because of the fear really of the arthritis. No? So then, only the lumbar 5 manifest signs of inflammation treated with, okay. This, even this one does not pain, no, okay. So, what have I done? or even in anticipation of this situation. It's just the enzyme, the same thing that many people are using now. No? Although I have, and many already are using it also, I have shared it already, the olive oil treated with the enzyme, no? Applied generously on your joints, you can avoid arthritis. And that is exactly, I think, the same thing that I am sharing today on my shoulder and on the knees. The bone scan reported arthritis. I have no arthritis. No? So how that nuclear tracer appeared like that, I don't know. I don't know. It might be a mark of the result of previous arthritis. I don't know. I don't know. I have no uh, uh, word for it. No? But I can assure you that so far, no pain. No? But I am consistent in applying the essence oil and nebulizing. Nebulizing especially. No? I will give you a very interesting report why I was introducing nebulizing even during the COVID area, and we have helped a lot of people. No? And to me, this time, it is proving a lot more confidence that it is working very well in aiding, in helping blood circulation. Blood circulation is the most critical thing that can happen in the body. When there is no more blood circulation, you are dead. Huh? And when the blood finds it difficult to circulate, very often you get high blood pressure first because the blood cannot flow. And because maybe under stress or whatever, the muscles harden and iipitin niya ang mga capillaries within the muscles and the blood cannot flow. Or it takes more pressure from the heart to pump. That's why you get high blood pressure. No? So that can be avoided. And this is what I am trying to anticipate. I still have to prove this. I mean, eventually in this process that I am undergoing, eventually we can definitely put a definite statement that nebulizing or blood circulation is very much helped, by exercise and nebulizing. What is the thing behind exercise and nebulizing? Allow the red blood cells to run freely. So they cannot coagulate. Running freely means its red blood cells are carrying 4 molecules of oxygen. And so your immune system is strong. No? So this is what we are trying to conclude from this events in my own life. Very interesting, but I think God chose it because I have a reason to give. No? So the last 2 lines there, so far, no pain, but I am consistent in applying essence oil and nebulizing. And what is the purpose of these 2, essence oil and nebulizing? Deliver oxygen. No? And while I'll give you why oxygen. Okay. So the doctor's management on me, on the prostate, he is not for chemotherapy. he at once, even in my first interview with him, he said, I'm going to handle it on this hormonal treatment. No? Hormonal treatment. So that's what I am undergoing. One injection every 3 months. And for the metastasis, when he received the notice of the bone scan, no, he had two words, he had two statements. We will defend the bones, improve the bone density, and starve the tumor. That is his word. Starve the tumor. No? So improve the bone density. I am undergoing every month a kind of injection, intravenous solidronic infusion. That is the medicine I am receiving every month. I've started already. Starve the tumor. You know what he said? Okay. Diet, high pH diet, or antioxidants, food high in antioxidants property. And when he said that, I did not doubt anymore that the enzyme is working. The enzyme, the essence, is high pH, is an antioxidant. As alkaline, it is a very good antioxidant. And so it can be instrumental in what he said, starve the tumor. No? Okay. And in fact, why there are no pains in the area? Maybe because naunahan na sila, no, ng antioxidants. The areas, I have been monitoring my oxygen level, saturation point, no? It does not go below 98. 99, very hardly it reaches 100, but it goes very stable in 98. Sometimes after nebulizing, it goes to 99. No? So in terms of oxygen level, it is high, and I am supporting it, no, with continuous nebulizing and topical application of the olive oil and even the enzyme spray. So at least that's the protocol I am doing on myself now in support to the official management of the doctor. No? So his approach is hormonal treatment to heal the prostate, to improve the prostate health. And to the metastasis or the infection going around, no, he has to approach first, defend the bones, strengthen the bones. No? So he mentioned also another thing: get a lot of sunlight. So almost every morning I go around in the swimming pool, no, to get some sunlight. All right. Starve the tumor. I have cut down very much on carbohydrates. I have cut down on sugar. No? And anything carbohydrates, reduced to the minimum. If I can do away with, no away with. Okay. All right. So this is part of the doctor's protocol and the doctor's help. No, that solidronic infusion, I get it once a month. He give it for 12 months, something like that. And the LRH or the hormonal treatment every 3 months. That's the official medicine. But the daily support of that medicine is the diet. Go, no? Cut down on sugar, cut down on carbohydrates, anything that, why sugar? Because sugar is instrument to, is material for fermentation. And fermentation goes to acid. And acid is the environment of cancer. So that's the reason why sugar is to be cut to the minimum. No? And why carbohydrates? Because carbohydrates turns into glucose. And glucose is sugar. No? So these are the food of cancer. These are the ones that is facilitating in the process of fermentation and going into acid. They are the food for metastasis. No? So you have osteoblasts build bones. Osteoclast eats up bones. No? So we are fighting the osteoclast by cutting down on sugar and other things. All right? Now, while I am sharing this, you might know of people who are now suffering, and I will be very willing really to share what's going on now. I don't see I am healed, but the last 20 years that so many people have passed here, I give them the same thing. And that's why I am using exactly then the same thing, even now, intensifying even the use of it, hoping that by the next time I see Father Momoy, he will see a different thing in my body. Okay. All right. What I am doing is supported by science and scientists. So, I am not guessing. All right? So my protocol to supplement the medical management of my doctor, there are 3 principles I am working on. Principle number 1, although he is the last one I found, oxygen kills cancer cells. Batman Guild says that the cancer cells are being killed by oxygen. Batman Guild is a pioneer in of hydration. And he shows the pain behind dehydration. So the roots of so many ailments. So that statement, why I am fast-tracking the delivery of oxygen is exactly because this is the statement of Batman Gilide. Oxygen kills cancer cells. Principle 2, oxygen removes the acid environment around the cancer cells. No? This is Warburg. No? Warburg says cancer cells thrive in fermented or very low oxygen to no oxygen area. That means when there is no oxygen, the area becomes acid, and acid feeds cancer. No? So sugar, carbohydrates turn to sugar, and sugar ferments. Your kimchi, you want to have it to make it that fast, you have to put anything that you want to ferment, atsara, or anything you want to ferment. To ferment, you put a little sugar. All the cooks know that. All right. Third, oxygen is embedded in OH negative. OH negative is alkaline molecule. And this is the experiment of Brouwer when he was putting alkaline molecules over cancer cells. And what did he found? At a certain level, the pH arrived to 8. And that pH 8 was enough to kill cancer cells within 12 to 36 hours. That's Brouwer. So we are working based on science and people of authority. So the 1 to 7 you see down, these 3 principles, they are trying to interpret the 3 authors. Nebulizing essence. I am nebulizing now once every 3 hours for 20 minutes. At least this period that I am trying to fast track before I see Father Momoy if there is improvement or not. Okay. Then, topical application of olive oil with essence to deliver oxygen. This is for arthritis, joint pains. You have to apply to put topically and quite generously because the knees are quite deep. No, I mean the bones, the cartilage, and the bones where crystal of uric acid may be deposited. They are very deep. So you need quite an abundant amount of oil, and to allow it to be absorbed. All right. And why did I use olive oil? Because olive oil is unsaturated. Kahit malamig ang panahon, hindi siya natutulog. Unlike the coconut oil, pag malamig ang panahon, tumitigas. So the olive oil will not risk blocking things in the body. I spray with enzyme every 3 hours to facilitate the absorption of the oil of the opening the pores. Sunlight, exposure to sunlight, at least 30 minutes every day, at least. Exercise, walking, or the swimming pool, okay. Exercise kahit yung tai chi, stretching, flexibility exercise. That means you move your muscles and allow the blood to flow through the capillaries in between the muscles. Cut down on sugar and carbohydrates. Na-explain ko na yan. Kasi ang sugar ferments. And fermentation is acid. And means the oxygen is disappearing. And when completely the oxygen has disappeared, you have acid environment. And you are feeding cancer cells. Antioxidant diet, that means high pH diet, high pH, that means oxygen is embedded in these green vegetables, lahat ng mga antioxidants food. Okay. So how to deliver blood or oxygen to the bones? Yan. Because you can reach the bones through the arteries. Yeah. So how do you reach the arteries? Through the lungs. And where do you get oxygen delivered to the lungs? By breathing. That's why even just a slow breathing exercise will help a lot. to improve oxygen level in the body. Okay, so my reason for nebulizing, disinfect the blood vessels. We have seen that it was working with COVID. We have rescued many COVID patients through nebulizing. Ensure RBC running separately to prevent coagulation. The nebulizing the essence, the alkaline, is naturally having a negative electrical charge. And so when you bring that negative electrical charge along the arteries, no, throughout the body, you facilitate the RBC to run separately. That means allowing them to carry oxygen in full load. That means 4 oxygen molecules per RBC. Clear the lungs of infection. That's definite. We have seen that working. Oxygen reaches the bones. So my risk is that it has reached the bones. The infection has reached the bones. How do I reach the bones? How do I deliver oxygen to the bones? That's exactly my preoccupation now. No? Applying topically the oil treated with oxygen, with oil, now alkaline, and also nebulizing. Okay. So these are protocols that we are trying to fast track to see if by the time I meet Father Momoy again, he can see some improvement. Hoping. Let us pray for that. Okay. So auxiliary medication, nebulizing. I am nebulizing every 3 hours for 20 minutes per session. No? Because that's the cheapest way to deliver oxygen to the lungs. Okay. So monitoring habit. My doctor, checking with the doctor monthly. No? And then Father Momoy, visual check on the status of the tumor, metastasis, bone density, and bone marrow condition periodically. No? I want to see him. Plus his blessing. He is a holy man. Plus his blessing, his prayers. All right? So who is our hope? God. No way. No? Trust God. Trust nature's overwhelming support. Now I'll explain that overwhelming support. Why it has given me confidence to do all these protocols. Tumor growth. I was very curious. This week lang, this week lang. I was very curious how fast tumor cells develop or multiply or no. Okay. The internet says in 1 millimeter cluster, 1 millimeter, 1,000 tubanins. Oh, no? Or something like 1 millimeter. 1,000 tubimeter. No. It can hold 1 million cancer cells. And it says cancer tumor cells can develop in 6 years. So it is not very fast. No, it is not very fast. Don't be deceived. Don't be frightened when the doctor tells you you have cancer. Cancer does not grow that fast, except maybe leukemia. No? No. Well, I will explain why leukemia is very fast. But the ordinary infection, the ordinary thing happens very slow. So usually the doctor will not tell you, they will just tell you, the worst thing that they can tell you is you have cancer. Then you cannot sleep anymore. No? But anyway, getting some documents, this is what it says. In 1 millimeter cluster, it is supposed to hold something like about 1 million cells. So, pag mahaba yan, more than 1 millimeter, mas marami, no? Okay. So, that's the fact about the growth of tumor. How about the providence of God here? Something very interesting. No? This is the overwhelming natural defense. I was trying to find out. Okay, we go back to the principle with at least one, no, Batman Guild. Batman Guild says oxygen can kill cancer cells, or cancer cells are killed by oxygen. Okay. I was curious to see how many molecules of oxygen or water, of water in the counterpart of 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is a linear measure. The volume measure is 1 ml, 1 milliliter. No? That's the counterpart, the volume measure. And how many oxygen molecules or water molecules in 1 ml? 1 ml will be about 20 drops. 20 drops lang yan. You know how many molecules of oxygen there are? That is 3.3 on your right, on your left, the yellow highlight. 3.3 to the 22 powers. How do you read that? On your right side, there are numbers. Okay, that's the 22 decimal points from 3.3 to the end. There are 22 digits. No? Okay, how do you read that? 3.3 billion trillion molecules of water in 1 milliliter of water, in that 20 drops. Next line. So in 1 ml cluster of cancer cells, that are 1 million cancer cells. What arms, what firearms, how many bullets do you have to fight 1 million? 3.3 billion trillion cells of oxygen. Can you see how nature provides a healing? God knows how to protect His creation. So God gives us hope through His creation. Can you see how nature provides a healing? 3.3 billion trillion cells of oxygen versus 1 million cancer cells. Who do you think will win? This is a very interesting, no? So sometimes when we go for checkup and we do not really, we are not expert in interpreting the medical records, and the authorities tell us we have cancer cells, then we start stress. We cannot sleep anymore thinking about the cancer cells. That's a bad punishment. But nature provides, just even from water alone, from hydration alone, we get enough support. So that's end of the sandali lang. Okay, now let's go back to, you can put on the lights, huh? Okay. Are you still there? Hello?
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father.
Okay. So,
Father,
uh, I am reporting what happened to me and what hope there is, no, behind the research that we have done for the last 20 years. No? And I think God allowed this to happen to me because he says there is something that we can contribute, we can help humanity. So pray, please pray, pray. Please pray. But that is what happened to me this month of August up to now. And up to now, the medication is going on. No, in terms of well-being, I cannot ask for more. I am okay. No, and the fact that there is no pain in the suspected areas of metastasis, that's a grace of God. That's really a big blessing, I think. No, and this is what I intend to share when I say in the title of this seminar, sharing pains, no, without pain. All right. If there are some clarification or people want to ask about, curious about what happened to me, feel free to ask. Because
question, Father.
yes, please go ahead.
You said you cut on sugar.
Yes.
How about the sweets in the fruit? Is it considered sugar?
What?
Fruits are sweet. Are they part of those diets you are cutting down?
Sweets? I do not get it very well. Anything
Fruit,
sweet. Huh?
like
Ye-
fruit, Father. The fruit,
Ah,
fresh
fruit.
fruit,
Okay.
like pineapple. Are they
Yeah.
considered sugar?
Yeah. Although, you know, yeah, you cannot totally avoid what this is. Avoid what is this? That's why I said I'm cutting down. No, because fruits. There are fruits that are high pH fruits. But it is true. I am cutting down on certain fruits. No, like mangoes. I have cut down on mangoes. It's very high sugar. Yes. Um, Bananas, but I need bananas for potassium to be able to walk. So you have to take one or two bananas. No, but bananas have sugar also. No, so but when I say cut down, I don't see totally remove, reduce, because we cannot, no, even in this chocolates, no, this dark chocolates, this especially on keto diets. Usually there is something like 80% no carbohydrates. So there are some sugar. No. So when I say cut down, really, if you are conscious about the presence of sugar, if you can find, um, but please be careful about sugar substitutes. No, there are sugar substitutes that I really do not recommend. Huh? But read them, and be informed what they are about. No, yeah, it's not, maybe it can be another session, but be careful about sugar substitute. I have already given that in some seminars. No, no. But But there are other ways of sweetening without going into honey, for example, is a little better than the rest because it has plenty of nutrients. It has sugar, but tolerable. Tolerable. So for sweetening things, honey might do better. I hope I answered that, Linda.
Yes, Father. Thank you.
Yeah. But anything, always check. That is why manufacturers of foods, they are required to put outside the packaging material. I mean, the on their packaging box or inform about the content. What what are the contents of that particular drinks or food or cake or whatever, no? So you can decide, but always read. That is why they are required to put the information. What are the ingredients they have put in their food production and their products? Okay, how do I survive? It's interesting. Okay, in the morning I have, for example, this uh, tomatoes, red onions, garlic, no? And then of apple cider vinegar. So you have a kind of salad there, no? Then during the day there are nuts. I have cut down really on rice. I have to be honest, because carbo is very high rich, very rich in carbohydrate. Although red rice, yes, red rice, whole grain is okay. So usually this red rice are okay. Now, they have carbohydrates, but not too high. All right. I would like to caution you when you go for laboratory test, no, always get somebody who can read the medical records uh, neutrally, neutral, no? Kasi uh, people or clinics or hospital, they have other interests. They have other interests. They have you for a client, and they will not like that you go somewhere else. So they will tell you not very clear about safe. They will tell you sometimes even very nasty. They will just tell you you have cancer, and then you cannot sleep anymore. No, that is very unprofessional, I think. No? And some will not tell you you have cancer, but you have something that can develop to cancer, but they will not tell you how long it will take or how no. Yeah, kasi ano na yan eh. Pasyente ka na. Hindi na yan sila gusto lulipat ka pa sa ibang pasyente. But you have your rights to ask other people, other authorities, better scientists to ask. Because it can give you a lot of stress. It can give you a lot of stress when you hear you have cancer. But I have always been talking before, even before that cancer is not a death sentence. Huh? And just this week, I was so happy to find out how much oxygen there is in 1 ml. 1 ml of water. Just imagine when you drink 3 liters a day. That's why hydration is key to immune system. Because you provide your body with plenty of oxygen. When you go for exercise, gym or whatever, drink before, during, and after exercise. Please drink plenty of water. Otherwise, your exercise will give you plenty of trouble. Okay.
Hi, Father.
Yes, please go ahead.
Father, what can you recommend po aside from hydration para sa bones? Like for yung mga 50 and above na age, Father.
Okay. Elderly people, no? Usually the threat of arthritis, rheuma, all of that stuff, no? Muscles and joints, especially the elderly, because the elderly do not drink enough water. Usually they are not thirsty anymore. When you grow older, the sense of thirst disappear little by little. So they are not thirsty. That's why they do not drink. And when you ask them to drink, you quarrel. No? But how much water, that depends on your weight. That depends on your weight. So I suggest that really know your weight. If you don't know how much water, please send me your. You can ask. You can send by messages by SMS message asking how much water do you need. It's very critical, no? So anyway, for 120 pounds, that's 2 liters. For 150 pounds, that's 2.5 liters. No? That's about 70 kilos. So the higher than 70 kilos, so you have to raise 4 liters. 80 or 90 pounds, 90 kilos rather, it's already 3.5 liters, something like that. Yes, please, go ahead.
I forgot the last time you mentioned, after reaching boiling point, how many water? I'm referring to water. How many minutes more after reaching the boiling point?
10 minutes lang. No?
Okay, thank you.
So when you boil your water, when you arrive, when you see na kumukulo na siya, they start to bubble, that means you are reaching 100 degrees, count 10 minutes. No? So pakuluan mo siya talaga 10 minutes. And what happened to that water? It becomes alkaline. Now, pH of that water goes something like 8. Enough to kill cancer cells. And in fact, we have proof, we have quite a number of leukemia cases na natulungan ng boiled water pa lang because they did not have access to the enzyme immediately. But I told them, use that. And laboratory reports told them that they have reduced or prevented blast cells, white blood cells, na pag wala ka nun, wala ka infection, wala ka pang laban sa infection. That's why leukemia is very fast. Very fast. But leukemia is dehydration. Huh? Very bad fatigue and dehydration. When you are in that state, fatigue and dehydrated, the brain stops sending water, oxygen, water in the bone marrow in favor of survival. No? So may reason ang brain. So you have to fast track hydration. And the best hydration you can apply is alkaline water. That is with negative electrical charge. Para dikitan niya talaga lahat ng acids, lahat ng positive charge. Didikitan niya yan at saka bigyan ng oxygen. So didikitan niya ang infection, bigyan niya oxygen to neutralize the situation. I hope I answered that. So 10 minutes of under boiling point, your water becomes alkaline. And pH, the pH of that goes almost 8. And that is enough to, pag may lagnat ka, the first thing, if you have nothing in your hands, boil water. Because lagnat means infection. Whatever that is, unahan mo na siya. Boiled water or the essence, the alkaline drops. They are big help. B-boy, okay. I am preparing that for more seminars. Okay, I have lined up that one. No, how did I arrive to that? Okay. Yeah, I am very critical about my water intake, but there are conditions like stress. Stress dehydrates, and stress removes a lot of energy. Now, anyway, I am preparing my my seminars for that. Naka-line up na yan. No? How I arrived, how did I get them? My suspicion about what happened to me. I have. I'm preparing for that. But definitely stress was one of them. Because I definitely am not dehydrated. But when stress comes in, many things really disable you, including dehydration. They will become dehydrated and yeah. So you do not know where will it strike. But for men, or even men and women, I suggest that that PSA check is useful. PSA check. So when it goes out of the level, some medication can help. They will not give you chemotherapy at once. No, they will give you some medication. So, yeah. But when you are experiencing stress, I'm cautioning you. Take plenty of water and take a lot of efforts to manage. We will not be without stress. Lahat tayo may trabaho, lahat tayo may problema, no? Hindi mo mawala yan. But we must know how to handle it and to keep it under control.
Father,
Yes,
excuse
please.
me.
Yes,
It's
good.
Mariana here. Yes, Father. Father, you said your doctor did not consider chemotherapy in your case.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Okay. Um, right at the start. Okay, it is. This is something. I had the ultrasound in the morning. In the afternoon, lumabas yung ultrasound, and my level of retention was very high. She did not allow me to go home anymore without catheter. That was the first pain. A terrible pain it was. But we have no idea of the tumor until the even after the biopsy, no, they were not sure about what it is. It was the bone scan. It was the bone scan that stated it has gone out of the tumor. It has gone out of the bladder or of the prostate. So how much it has gone down out, we do not know. That's why they were how do you call this? They were saying frequent monitoring. I do not know how frequent is frequent. Anyway, ang ginawa ko, I went to Father Momoy. Because Father Momoy can see the condition of the body. No? And that is where I got the idea about uh, the pelvic bones, the lumbar, the bone density. Father Momoy and the doctor do not talk to each other. The doctor told me, take plenty of sunlight. You are going to defend the metastasis by strengthening your bones. Now that is the solidronic infusion. Father Momoy told me, please take plenty of sunlight to improve the density of your bones. The two do not talk to each other. So I have a confirmation that I have to do something on the bone density. And bone density, yes, really, massage, sunlight, and then calcium. And cut down on sugar so you do not feed the metastatic activities. Yes. Right at the start, he told me the the problem of prostate is hormonal changes. So he is managing it on balancing the hormonal situation in the body. And that is the LHRH injection I get once every 3 months. You can get once every 6 months. You can get it once every month or once every 3 months. So that's the available management at the moment. I chose once every 3 months. But then, wala pa yung bone scan. Nung lumabas ang bone scan, he told me every month we'll give you something. So I agreed with that. No? And fortunately, fortunately, he said that he is not for chemotherapy because I am not for chemo also. No, I am not for chemo. When he said that, I decided to stick with him, to stay with him. No. Now, I don't see that chemo. I do not want to make any judgment on what this is, but I know what it is. No? But make the patients decide. No? If they want information, I can give information privately. But what's that? Somebody is raising hands. Sino yun?
Yes, so Father, ako po yun.
Yes, please.
What is the best time po para sa sunlight?
Oh, sunlight, usually I take it about 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning. Usually, okay, why do not take the sunlight at noon? Because the sun is vertical. So, ang heat, vertical, ang reflection niya, balik sa iyo. Instead, the sunlight of 8 to 9, may ano yan, may angle, no? It's just slanting. So, the reflection does not go back to your body. So, it hits you without returning to you. Instead, when you take sunlight at noontime, diretso sa'yo, then ang reflection niya balik sa'yo. Grabing init yan. So, I take sunlight about 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 or after 3:30 in the afternoon, no? Naka-angle na yung araw, hindi diretso ang sunlight sa katawan mo. That's how to get the sun. So the best time is 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, even up to 10 is still okay. Basta hindi siya vertical sa katawan mo. Pag nag-vertical na yan, masakit yan, mainit yan masyado. Pero if it is hitting you at an angle, no, that means the reflection does not return, does not hit your body again, then it is lighter. No? Tolerable, no, bearable. By the
Thank
way,
you po, Father.
by the way, one of the reasons for the sunlight is that your body becomes a kind of battery. No? That's why pinapawisan ka. No? So there is a movement of oxygen in your body. And the nearest comparison of why you get sunlight is that your body becomes a kind of battery. No, where your blood circulates, even through, no. So, ang critical sa bones is oxygen. No? So you deliver oxygen through your exercise, or when you get the sunlight, that's vitamin D. No? When you get the sunlight, your body becomes a battery where your blood, no, starts to circulate. And blood circulation means oxygen. Oxygen means removing anything acid on the way, including cancer. So, yes, I am sharing this because we have worked for at least 20 years now. We have seen how people were benefited with this oxygen. And the finding of this week lang this week ko lang yan nakita, yung how many oxygen molecules in 1 ml and how many cancer cells in 1 millimeter cluster. No? So nature has overwhelming defense. Pero gamitin mo. You have to drink water. Gamitin mo talaga. Pag hindi ka uminom, wala ka oxygen, wala ka pang laban.
Father, question po.
Yes, please.
Father, kasi meron ako dito yung kinuha ko kay Sir Biboy, yung olive oil with essence. Actually,
Yes.
paubos na siya, pero I only apply it kapag may masakit, halimbawa sa sakong or sa ilalim ng paa. Yung sinasabi niyo, Father, na prevention, how many times a day ba ako pwedeng magpahid
Well,
nito, Father?
Kung wala naman, kung wala naman at least once a day or even once or twice a week, kung wala ka pa naman no, nararamdaman, pero at least you accustom the body to absorb that, no? Ang sa ngayon, I am fast tracking it. I am fast tracking it kasi nandoon na yung kalaban eh. No? So you have to send the defense. Hindi yung nauna ang defense. I am now fast tracking the application because the bone scan tells me may visitor na sa bones ko. No? Pero
Ah,
pero I am very frank. No, I don't feel that pain. I have no pain. So siguro dahil nuclear tracer, nakita yung presence ng reaction ng cancer cells. So no, mayroong activities. Pero how much damage it has done, I do not know. Kaya massive ngayon ang protocol ko na every 3 hours every 3 hours I give olive oil, I nebulize, no? And then let us see. But this is fast tracking because the bone scan tells me that there is something to do.
actually, Father, in fairness, kapag ka may masakit talaga and then you apply it like for ilang days, 3 days na sunod-sunod, mabilis din siya mawala, Father. Mabilis.
That's good remark, 3 days. Kasi the absorption at lalo na sa knees o shoulders,
Yes,
medyo
Father.
malalim. So you have to give allowance now for the how do you call this, the oil to travel, no? So first day siguro not so much, but you have to continuously support. Yeah, about 3 days you can feel something. You can feel the difference already. Sa arthritis, usually mga 3 days. Pero kung massive yan, arthritis attack, I do it that session 3 times in 3 times during the night, and sometimes I can walk in the following day if the arthritis attack at night.
Yes, Father. Thank you. Tsaka mas maganda siya i-apply during the night na nakababad
Yes.
siya habang tulog, Father.
Yes, because you are also quiet, no? So the absorption is better. During the day, you have plenty of activities, and your clothes remove the oil. Instead, during
Yes.
the night, you are not moving so much, so the absorption is better. That's true. Apply it during the evening. Yes, that is true.
Thank you, Father.
Oh. Sa ngayon, ang application ko every 3 hours kasi this is not normal, but I better take that attitude than wait for the pain and apply.
Other question.
Yes, please.
Opo, Father, ano po ang ratio at saka yung proportion nyo ng olive oil and essence?
Oh, very good
Para
question.
meron
Okay.
kami-
You can make it yourself.
Opo.
1 to 10 or 1 to 9. 1 part, okay, 1 tablespoon of enzyme. 9 or 10 tablespoon of olive oil. Olive oil can be either extra virgin olive oil or the ordinary olive oil. When you mix essence with these two, the ordinary olive oil will give you milky na, pero may medyo orange pa siya. Pero yung extra virgin olive oil will give milky, mas maputi siya na color. Both will work. But I recommend for what this is, for fast delivery, the extra virgin olive oil. Because the texture is finer. No? So it can be absorbed by the tissues very easily. Instead, the ordinary olive oil na ginagamit sa salad, medyo makapal ang texture, but they are both unsaturated, so they don't sleep.
Thank you, Father.
Okay, you are welcome.
Father, nung
Yes.
chinek up po kayo ni Father Momoy at saka po nung doctor, meron pa po bang similarity doon po sa chinek nila sa inyo?
Okay, yung bone scan reported only lumbar 5. No? Father Momoy remarked, my lumbar 3 and lumbar 4 have problems also. Plus my bone marrow. I don't know exactly what, but he mentioned that. So I know that oxygen will do something about it. That's why I fast track my oxygen intake. No? But he did not, basta ang sinabi niya is bone density. No? But my doctor, without them seeing each other, the doctor tell me, let's strengthen your bone density as a defense against metastasis, against the activity of cancer. So he did not say, kill the attacker. He said, defend yourself against the attacker. We say, I agree, because when you kill the attacker, you kill also the others, not only the attacker. You kill other tissues with the attacker also. Instead, when you defend yourself from the attacker, siya lang yung, no? And usually the attacker is acid. And how do you defend yourself from acid? Oxygen lang. Oxygen lang. So how fast can you deliver oxygen? That's the strategy you have to take. That's what I'm taking now. Fast tracking everything until I see Father Momoy. Then when he says, okay, na-hold, I will be very happy already kung na-hold. No more activity or no further activity. Kung may sabihin siya, mayroon pa, then I will do more until the next meeting. But I know that there is no reason why there are so many, that 3.3 billion trillion cells in 1 ml of oxygen to fight 1 million. Overwhelming ang nature and no.
Hello, Father.
Yes, please.
Father, yung recurrence ng cancer, sabi nila mas delikado daw yun, Father. Kasi I have a friend, nag-recur yung cervix niya, cancer. Kaya lang nung nag-PET scan ngayon, Father, meron ng maliliit sa liver at saka sa lungs.
Yeah. Very hard to see what happened, no? Pero I suspected that they might have relaxed on the medication. But even the, how to call this, even the hydration is very critical. Usually, dyan sa hydration, chronic dehydration, ang dahilan. That's where the body becomes acidic.
Father, may pag-asa pa kaya using this essence, Father, makatulong kaya? Hindi siya
I
makapag-chemo, Father, kasi sobrang sa depression nung nalaman niya, Father, yung ganon. Nanghina yung katawan and hindi siya ina-advise ngayon mag-chemo because sobrang hina ng katawan.
you know, if I can talk to the person, I don't say I am a doctor.
Yes, Father, actually,
But that is what I said kanina. Yung depression, when they get a sentence, may cancer ka, and they do not give the solution, the person goes into depression. And depression is stress. Stress dehydrates. O, kukunin niyang oxygen sa katawan mo. And that is that's worse than uh, that's, that's a very dangerous statement. No? I always encourage people, even in whatever stage is that, just try, because nature is generous. Can you imagine that? Our 3.3 billion trillion cells to fight 1 million? I mean, that's nature. That's how providence, how God provides to defend His creation. I will tell you a very delicate thing, but this is another providential, very providential, providence of God to ensure that human species remains on earth, remains His creation. No, you know that to fertilize the egg, it's only one sperm lang kailangan. Pero you know how much is released on that activity and one action? 40 million, 39 million. Ay isa lang kailangan niya. So you see how providence is seeing to it that human nature remains. And here is human being killing human beings. I mean, that's where you see where the offense of killing people is really a crime, because God situates that human life is possible, and here is human being preventing human life. It's really something to think about, no? So that when I saw this 3.3 billion trillion cells to fight 1 million, my golly, this is only God can do this. No? And that is our hope. That's why we don't lose trust in God. He's provident. He's a father. He provides. And for that humanity, no, that is a crime to kill a person. Why? In the mind of God, to secure, to propose, to give life, 39 million, no? I-release niya 39 million sperms. Isa lang kailangan niya para ma-fertilize yung egg na yun. No? What do you call that? And yet, the big thing is in the cause of freedom, I am free, so I can kill. No, you cannot. You cannot. Anyway, these are very interesting, very interesting thing in nature. Nature is God's creation, is God's formula. Science and nature cannot contradict each other. They are both from God. All right. Vitamin C and zinc. Okay. That B complex. Okay. I am going to share something that when I met my doctor, because I have not been to my doctors here during the COVID time, I was afraid really to go to the hospital. Isa pa yun kung bakit nag-deteriorate yung tumor. I was afraid really to go to the hospital. So I was bearing the whole thing. Anyway, uh, that, no? Um, yung question, hindi ko na ano. What was that? Can you read that again?
Father, I go ahead po. Or I will read it, Father. Father, this is Arlene.
Yeah.
Do you still take vitamins po, like vitamin C with zinc, B complex, and
Okay, yeah,
others?
yeah. Okay. You know that when I approached the doctor of my situation, I told him, both the urologist and the cardiologist, when they examined my heart, I told them that I have pins and needles, no? Pins and needles sa legs.
Apo.
But you know, my doctor, the urologist, give me multivitamins plus iron. And that how do you call this? Pins and needles have been reduced a lot. So multivitamins and something to do with the nerve. So always get maybe a doctor to do it, to give you, no. And he prescribed that after I give him my CBC, complete blood count. No, he did not give me. I told him before that I have pins and needles. Then after my CBC, he changed the vitamins that he gave me. He changed it with multivitamins plus iron. And it has improved even my pins and needles, na numbness sa binti. It has improved a lot. So, yeah, the medical people are very, helpful, huh? The authorities. But sometimes they have, there are some interests that can be difficult. That's why I always get, how do you call this, a second opinions. What made my decision very difficult about staying with my doctor who did not want chemotherapy. Pero I have lots of relatives, doctors and radiologists and doctors and surgeons. They did not say anything. Again, ang sinabi nila, follow your doctor. So they are experts on their own field and they did not want to comment even after the doctor has given his management protocol. They did not want to comment. Ang sinabi nila sa akin is, just follow your doctor. Kung whoever you wants to follow. That was the most difficult decision making I had to make, because I had to, to decide after hearing people, but people did not want, for ethical reason, I think. Ethical reason. They did not want to say anything. But fortunately, I have some information about cancer, and that made me that made my decision making even easier to decide with the doctor. But getting help from the others, uh, they were alarmed when they saw the result of the biopsy. My relatives, my relatives, they were alarmed. That makes me also, that alarmed me also. But anyway, I am at this stage. May visitor sa bones ko. No. But I am basing my decision on science. On science. And what I have seen already this last 20 years.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
Okay. So my interest now in sharing these pains without pain is if there are people who wants to clarify things, no, I will not tell them about their cancer or something like that. I will tell them what nature has provided to fight. No, so they can make their decision. No, usually I will not make the decision for them, but it will make it easier for them to decide. No? And this is my reason for sharing these pains without pain. And I hope uh, to help people with this. There is no interest here, but really promote the providence of God, no? Promote how He loves His creation, and how He defends His creation. No? Terrific. And the body, even just the body system, how it works, only an intelligent being, only God can do it. Only God can do it. You know, the body system. Up to now, we have not exhausted how the brain works. Up to now. But the brain is able to do many things that the medical world has yet to discover. Okay? For the moment, I ask for once a month because the other Saturdays, like the middle of the week of the month, I could not be around always. So every first Saturday, I will try to be available. But in between, during the month, anyone who wants to get some advice, maybe, or my opinion, or whatever, I will be very happy to share. Because what I am experiencing now is something that I have not seen in those people who have presented me bone scan with plenty of spots and how they were suffering with pain. No? Instead, in fact, when I saw it, I was frightened. When I saw the black spot on my bones, I was frightened. But when they said that they have seen arthritis on the same shades, I have no pain, then something triggered in my mind. Something is going on. Something is there. And the only thing I can say is oxygen. The presence of oxygen. Okay? So if you have some neighbors, recently, one convent, uh, one monastery uh, uh, sent me some messages about a situation. Okay, so I will be very willing to share what's going on in me. Okay, I would prefer a man-to-man talk, no? Because I would prefer a man-to-man talk with that one, yung binanggit nyo sa text, no? I am not an expert to prescribe, no? To give what this is. I can speak through the research and now my personal experience. The research is more as 20 years now. It started 2002. 20 years now. And another thing that is very interesting, why, no? I have it also given here in some seminars already. Burns, third-degree burns, no? Spread with dissolved soap with enzyme, walang hapdi. You can imagine yung hapdi ng napaso. These persons did not suffer hapdi. How do you explain that? I have now 3 cases of thyroid problems. No? They just disappear using the enzyme. Tatlo na ang nagbanggit sa akin na nawala yung goiter nila. One I have here already in one seminar, naka-video pa siya, testimony niya. I already give that. I give the same thing, the same enzyme is oxygen, killing cancer cells. So, it's on the strategy how you deliver oxygen. Even now, these oxygen hyperbaric chambers, many are criticizing it because it is working. It is healing people, and certainly people who are promoting medicine will not like this one. Oxygen. So now I have another support. Hyperbaric chambers. That's oxygen killing cancer cells. It's work on the same principle, oxygen. No?
Other question.
I am not prescribing. I am telling people about experience, and it's their option, it's their decision, no? Whichever they want to try. But I have a kind of protocol, no? At this moment, how to make that oxygen available or to reach bones, up to the bones now. Before up to the lungs lang ang ano ko. Now up to the bones.
Father, question po.
Yes, please.
Uh, Father, ano pong may papayo nyo sa ano? Kasi sabi nyo nga kayo, hindi kayo hinatulan ng chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Pero usually pag may cancer ka, unang hatol ng doktor ay chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Meron po akong friend na chemotherapy na. So, anong magandang gawin
Okay.
na gano'n na?
I always respect the decision of the patient. Now, I do not want to to contradict any official prescription by doctors. I am not questioning them. I am not questioning them. What I am promoting is nature.
Mhm.
And when my doctor was in line with my research, I stuck to him.
Apo, apo.
No? So that is his finding. I do not want to question it. That is his finding. I did not question him. No? But I definitely agree with him. So I did not change his, yeah. No? Kahit nasa Bacolod pa siya.
Po.
And
Pero
I-
Father, paano yung kunyari yung nahatulan na ng chemotherapy? Usually kasi nangihina yung tao at saka
okay.
ano yung magandang gawin?
Okay.
Remedy, parang gano'n.
Okay. In 2007, I have a case of, now she is a mother of 3, very happy mother. But in 2007, she had cancer on the bones, on the knee. She was operated. While under chemotherapy, I told her, please drink plenty of this, because you will have plenty of dead cells in the body, and you have to excrete that. No? Otherwise, magnanana din yun sa katawan mo. The same with radiation and chemotherapy. Many cells, hindi lang cancer cells, even healthy cells are killed. And kung hindi mo siya mapalabas sa katawan mo, magnanana yon sa loob ng katawan mo. Ang problema is after or during the medication like that, the pain is so much that the willpower of the person is overcome. So they do not move, mahirap. But I was encouraging this person, please do it. You can drink it. No? It will not go against the chemotherapy, What it will do is clear your body of dead cells. She is a mother of 3, a very happy mother up to now. So I don't see that chemo is not working. But you have to know what are the consequences when you do that. Radiation and chemo, you have plenty of dead cells after, plus the pain. And when the mind is not able to manage the pain, no, the willpower is overcome, so you don't drink. You don't do anything anymore. So you cannot excrete the waste, the dead cells, and they become nana. I can show you a case of one who after radiation had maxillary sinus. I have the documents. How his maxillary sinus got infected after radiation. Up to now, that boy is alive. Huh? But plenty of that time I have no nebulizer yet. I was asking him to spray through the nose to reach the maxillary sinus of the enzyme. He's alive.
Father, pinapainom nyo po ng ano?
Bukod sa inom, kasi maxillary sinus, maabot mo lang yan through the nose.
So ini-spray sa ilong.
Yeah, he has to manage in such a way that that alkaline thing neutralizes the infection.
Okay. Oh.
And
So, Father, anong suggested na inom na ilang patak ng enzyme yun at tubig, yung
well,
everyday yung
ordinarily is three drops will make your a glass of water of 300 or 250 ml will make the pH already to 8 or 9. And that pH 8 is enough. No? So that's just 3 to 5 drops. And this is AK Brewer. AK Brewer, I am not talking about my own authority. AK Brewer arriving at pH 8 has shown the world that the infection can be neutralized.
Okay.
AK Brewer. And this is supported by Barborg. The environment of infection is acid. And this is supported by Batman Guild. Oxygen can neutralize acid.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the prayers. Yes. Thank you very much. I need that. I never felt so much the prayer of these people during this month of August. Terrific, I tell you. I was asking the Carmelites of Baguio and Batangas to pray for me. No? The Salesian sisters, the FMA, I never had so many people praying for me, and I think that it's God guiding our Blessed Mother. No? I really am very grateful about your prayers. Definitely, they have helped a lot. And please continue. And please continue. Thank you.
Father, I would just like to thank you also. I would like to take the opportunity po. I'm Arlene.
Yes,
Kasi,
Arlene.
Opo, this is a blessing. This is my second time to join you po, Father.
Yes.
And to tell you honestly, well, I'm a friend of many Salesians. Ano po? Like the late Father Michael Laguardia, opo, and
Okay.
Father
Yes.
Francis.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I would just like to really to express my gratitude to you and to whoever added me in the Viber group, who up to now, I don't know who that angel is. And this is in line with the ministry my husband and I just started po. We are visiting the aged, the sick, and giving communion as
Yes.
extraordinary po, ministers
Yes.
of communion. So that's why I took the opportunity. I am showing myself to you because I really felt, deep in my heart that of course all of you are God sent. You are God sent. This Viber group is God sent. So I'd like to keep in touch with you more, Father. Opo.
Yes. Okay.
Opo. Since I am having in mind the sick people, we started visiting with our parish priest permission, and I guess we will not be just giving them bringing them Jesus, no,
Yes.
the Holy Communion, but I guess there is something more that God is leading me and my husband to do. So
Yes.
I'll keep in touch with you, Father. Opo.
Yes.
Opo.
Yes, the love of God that you do and express in nature, that's water. Uh, it's a really terrific thing. Go ahead. I appreciate what you are doing. What
Opo.
you are doing, yes.
Opo. I will get some details, Father, from you through the admin of the Viber group, if I may. Opo. I check po the admin. It's Sis Jocelyn. Tama po,
Yes,
Father?
okay. Oh.
Opo.
Or B-Boy or Jocelyn, yes.
Okay, Father. Thank you po. No, thank you po.
You are welcome. Yeah, I appreciate what you are doing. And for the elderly, encourage them to drink water. The elderly do not like to drink water.
Yes, Father. Actually, opo. Yes, Father, I will. We will.
Yeah, encourage them. It will change many things.
Opo. I
Thank
will
you.
teach them what you shared earlier po about the boiling thing, something like that.
Yes, special infection. Yes. And that boiling water up to leukemia, we have stop leukemia with boiling water.
Opo.
Yes, we have.
Thank you once again po.
Okay,
Thank you
you're
so
welcome.
much. God bless po.
Thank you, Arlene.
You're welcome po.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we are about, we are already 7 o'clock. Okay. See you now. For now, the next first Saturday, at least that is the next schedule. But in between, don't hesitate to contact B-Boy or Jocelyn if you have some, what is it, some inquiry, some question to ask, or want to help some other people, we will help them. We will help them. Okay? Sige. So, thank you for listening, and thank you for your prayers. Thank you for praying for. Thank you for praying for me, and please continue. I need it. I need it, and I thank you very much for it. No, at the same time, yes, thank God that He has given nature terrific power to show His own power, no, over ailments, over sickness. No, this was His ministry. His what He was doing. Not only preaching, not only talking, but He was healing the sick, even resurrecting the dead. No, so what we are doing is God's work. Please pray that continue. God will bless the work. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. See you next time. Sige. Bye-bye. Okay.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Father.
Thank you very much.
Good night,
Yes.
Father. Bye.
Yeah. Let's get in touch with B-Boy and Jocelyn. You have my numbers.
Opo. Thank you po, Father. Thank you po.
Sige. Bye-bye. Okay, dito. Bye-bye. Congratulations again sa nephew. Okay. Sige, bye-bye.